Welcome back. So now in this segment, we're going to start to really warm up the body. And this first pose is Sun Salutation A. If you do yoga long enough, you will probably do this pose a lot, many times. So let's start with our foundation. Our feet are about hip distance apart. We stand up tall. Our shoulder blades should be back, and a quick way to just check that they're back is to shrug them up to the ear, bring them back and down. Your stomach or abs should be engaged. Again, we have that strong breath. So let's begin with Sun Salutation A. Inhale, really reach the arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Either bring your hands to the floor or to your shins. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up. I'm just going to stay here just for a second. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and you're like a straight line from your head to your feet. Now we're going to exhale. Keep your elbows into the side. Inhale, straighten the arms. Lift the chest into up dog. And exhale, uncurl the toes. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. So make sure you're taking deep breaths. At the end of your next exhale, look between your hands, bend the knees, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, reach and rise those arms. Exhale, the palms together, center at the heart, Samasthiti. Going right into the next one. Inhale, the arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up, and slowly lower all the way to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog, and exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Again, we're staying here for 5 breaths. At the end of your next exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, walk, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, really reach and rise those arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart. And let's do our final Sun Salutation A. Inhale, really raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up. Exhale, slowly lower down, keeping the elbows in tight. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And again, 5 strong breaths, pressing your heels down, lifting your hips, hands press firmly into the mat. At the end of your next exhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Then inhale, slowly reach and rise the arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart, Samasthiti. Take a quick breath. So our next pose is Sun Salutation B. So with this, for our foundation, we want our feet a little bit closer together. They don't have to touch. If you want them to touch, that's fine. So what we do is we inhale the arms overhead, sit back into a chair. Take a quick look down at your feet. Make sure you can see your toes. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, step back to the top of a push-up. Slowly lower down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Now bring your right leg back and step it through to the front of the mat. Spin your left foot flat and slowly come up, having a lunge in your right knee. At the end of your next exhale, windmill your hands down on either side of your right foot. Step back to the top of a push-up and exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. This time bring your left leg back, bring it through to the front of the mat. Right foot flat, inhale the arms overhead, a nice lunge in your left knee. At the end of your exhale, bring your hands down on either side, step back, top of a push-up, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. And we're going to stay here for 5 strong breaths. At the end of your next exhale, look between your hands, bend the knees, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, bring your arms up. And exhale, palms together, center of the heart, over straight legs. Take a breath. If you've lost your breath, come back to it. If you've lost your intention, come back to it. So this was a nice, good couple poses here. In the next segment, we'll do our couple balanced and seated poses. So take a breath, get a drink of water, and we'll see you in a bit.
I'm Jim Schwartz, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction at the Oxford Community Schools. And I'm just putting an open invitation out to folks who might be interested in our Young Fives program, our developmental kindergarten program that is going to be opening in each building that we have this fall. This is for any parent who is thinking about kindergarten, but maybe your child's not quite ready for kindergarten and the rigors of kindergarten. Young Fives program would be for you. having finished a 4-year-old preschool program, this is a nice transition into the rigors of a kindergarten program. Young Fives is a program that is steeped in play, still offering a great preparation for Common Core and the rigors of our national curriculum that starts in kindergarten. If you have a child who's been born in June 1st of 2009 to December 1st of 2009, we certainly welcome you to enroll at our enrollment offices on 10 North Washington, right in downtown. Come on in, bring proof of residency, birth certificate, and we will get you registered. We are looking forward to classrooms being available for students in buildings across the district. Transportation is provided by the school district for this great opportunity. And again, we have an open invitation, and we hope you join us in Oxford Schools.
Okay, well, remember last week when you hit Vinny in the head with the shovel?
I do not recall that.
Of course not. Well, it was too graphic for the kids, so I'm gonna have to block you.
You know, I got to make this
That's
up.
really not
This is
necessary.
Vinny's watch.
Welcome back. In this final segment, we're going to start standing and then make our way to a seated position. So check your foundation, feet hip distance apart, standing tall, shoulder blades back. Let's inhale, reach and rise our arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Now put a little bend in your knees, and I want you to take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. This is Padangusthasana. Inhale, come up halfway, and then exhale, fold forward. Now, if you need your knees bent, have your knees bent. If they can be straight, have them straight. If this is really easy for you, just bring your elbows out to the side to pull you in more for more of a stretch. And again, we'll stay here for 5 strong breaths. Really relax the head. At the end of your next exhale, release your bind around your big toe. And this time, bring your feet up and slide your hands underneath your feet so your toes come to your wrists. This is a good way to massage your wrists. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And again, if you need your knees bent in this pose, bend your knees. If you want a little bit more, bring the elbows out to the side, but make sure your shoulder blades are relaxed. Come back to the breath if you've lost it. Come back to your intention, your dedication for your practice. Now lift up your feet, remove your hands. And let's inhale slowly back up to standing. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart. Inhale, reach and rise your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Step back, top of a push-up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, straighten the arms. Lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. And then from here, look between your hands, step back to the front of the mat, and then make your way to a seated position. So have your legs extended straight out to the mat. Have your toes pointed back. Have your hands by your side. You're sitting up tall. Your gaze is level. And this is a staff pose or Dandasana. Have your shoulder blades back. and just breathe. Have your legs engaged, everything engaged. Now inhale your arms overhead, and exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. And if you can, take your peace fingers and get a bind around your big toe. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And again, if your fingers can't reach your big toe, have them come to the shin. If you want a little bit more, bring your elbows out to the side. And also here, we don't want to round the back. We want to have as if our heart is coming toward our toes. And of course, breathe. Now slowly release your bind, slowly come back up to seated. Now from here, I want you to inhale your right knee up, and I want you to bring your sole of your right foot to your inner thigh of your left leg. Kind of bring your torso pointing towards your left foot. Your toes on your left foot are pointing straight up. And we're going to inhale our arms overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Maybe take a bind on your foot or your shin. Again, strong breath. And again, we don't want to round our back. We want our heart going toward our toes. Release your bind, slowly come back up. Inhale your right knee up, extend your right leg. And now we're going to do the other side. So inhale your left knee up, and bring the sole of your left foot on the inside of your right leg. Your right toes are pointing to the sky. Inhale, reach and rise the arms overhead. And then exhale, fold forward, take a bind on your foot or shin. Release your bind, slowly come back up to sitting. Inhale your left knee up, extend your leg out. And we're going to do one final relaxing pose here. It's called a yin bound angle. So have your feet, soles of your feet together, but away from your body. And then just fold forward. Just let the body hang, let the chin come to your chest. This is a good way to take care of your connective tissues, your ligaments and tendons. And slowly come back up. Make your way to a seated position at the front of your mat. Coming back to your intention, to why you came here this morning, hopefully sealing up the good energy that you received in this practice. Next week, we will see you again for another episode, and as always, we close our practice with Namaste. Thank you guys for watching. Namaste.